Dee-dum. And we are recording. Guess what, folks? It's Sunday. Yes, it fucking is. What a bastard of a week I've had. So, you've probably noticed there's been no videos up in the channel. There was no UK Vape Show. And for the folks over at Patreon, Subscribe Star and YouTube members, there was no Floofcast. It's been a tale of one thing after another this past week. So Mother Dearest isn't all that well, although she's recovering very, very quick. And then at the beginning of this week, I don't want to get into too much details because it's kind of fucking gross, but at the beginning of this week, things started happening. It was skin problems, right? And it's diabetic related. Now, I'm only type 2. I'm nowhere fucking near type 1, right? Nowhere near it. And the doctor was kind of surprised that this was beginning to happen, so it was fucking backwards and forwards, getting tests done, fucking up at the hospital so they can have a look at what was going on, then back and forwards, and it was like, Needless to say, the tests are still ongoing, but the doctor's given me some advice to stop whatever's happening getting worse, essentially. And it was like, he was actually very surprised. In fact, he wasn't the fucking only one. I was surprised as well, but he was very surprised that it was happening since I'm only type 2, because normally this kind of skin problem usually appears for type 1 folks. Very rare for type 2 folks to get it. And on top of all that, at the very end of this week, well, not at the very end, it was kind of just past midway through, I got a call from, hold on, throat's going right. I got a call from a couple of interested parties in Glasgow. And what this thing entails is that it's not going to be next week. It'll probably be the week after. But I will be heading to Glasgow, first of all, and then I'll be heading to Edinburgh, probably not this month, but next month, to sit down with interested media parties to do with vaping. Not specifically in the UK, but it's to do with Scotland. And what these parties are going to be doing is, why do I call them parties? They're journalists, right? But what these journalists are going to be doing is putting together, it's kind of an editorial-ish piece about vaping as a whole. And the idea behind it is it's going to be a kind of centre page spread for a couple of newspapers, actually, not one, but a couple. For a couple of newspapers that they're going to be holding on to in lieu of a forthcoming announcement by the National Health Service. And apparently this forthcoming announcement by the National Health Service, I think it might end up being announced with the Scottish NHS first. These announcements by the National Health Service is going to be about vaping and stopping smoking, or vaping to do with stop smoking services. By the sounds of it, the Scottish Government and the UK Government, Westminster down south, at least what's left of the Westminster Government down south, oh boy, Boris, you kind of fucked that one up, mate. You really fucking did. Anyway, what's probably going to happen is the Scottish Government and the Westminster Parliament are going to release a kind of news. It's not going to be a big news thing, but by the looks of it, they're going to be releasing a press announcement to do with stop smoking services full backing. Not nudge nudge, wink wink, full backing of vaping as a means to stop smoking. Full backing. In a press release, which they haven't kind of done yet. I mean, we've if you're in the UK, you've probably noticed that now and again Stop Smoking Services gives a nudge nudge wink wink to vaping and electronic cigarette usage as one of the means to give up smoking. Well, apparently what the plan is going to be, and I think there might already be a couple of press releases out about this, is they are giving it the full backing now. Full backing. And some of the newspapers, not all of them, but some of the newspapers are going to be doing a little bit of a write-up about vaping. And the journals, at least two of them, there was three, but two of them that were involved, they were using stuff like this, not this actual kit, but they were using smock kits. Because we were outside for a vape break and a cup of tea, because we couldn't vape inside the fucking building. We were outside for a vape break and a cup of tea, and they pulled out a smock kit. It was one of the older ones. I think it looked like this. One of them looked like the Smock Majesty. Remember that? The first big screener from Smock, and it was bashed up to all hell and back with a brand new TFV, whatever fucking number they're up to now, tank and top. And the other guy was using one of the Aspire. It looked like the Zelos 2. Didn't get a good close look at it, so one was mouth to lunging and the other one was direct to lunging. I just brought this thing with me, the SX Mini with me, and the what tank's this? Can't fucking remember, the Blaze I think this is on top. And yeah, so the guys at least two of the guys doing the mini editorial write-up already knew about vaping. The one guy, he was still a smoker. Yeah, they're a rare breed now, smokers in the UK, but he was still a smoker, so he was outside having a ciggy with us now and again. So yeah, that was interesting. So I done that on Wednesday, because it was just a very quick, a very quick trip up to Glasgow. And then on the Thursday, hospital. Yeah, it was fucking Wednesday. It was Wednesday afternoon. I got the text. No, in fact, it wasn't Wednesday afternoon. No, in fact, it was. It was Wednesday afternoon. I got the text message, because apparently they're doing text messages now via the NHS, and it was like, we've got a spare fucking place there for you, Vic. We need to actually do some more close-up looks at what the fuck's going on. And so I was in there on Thursday. That's why there was no UK Vape Show, and I was back out Friday morning, and I've been just resting around here all day. So it's been a bastard of a week. It really has. It's been one of those fucking weeks, folks. So fingers fucking crossed and touching fucking wood, next week's going to be a lot more relaxed and chilled out. So next week the reviews are all back again. I don't think I'll be getting shoved into hospital, so the reviews will be back again. Then it will be a case of the Floofcast is back on Wednesday, UK Vape Show back on Thursday, and then it's back round to the usual WhatsApps and stuff. I am behind on a number of reviews. The Lost Vape Q200, I think everyone else has put their review up by now. I've got the Smock G Priv 4, or is it the 5? I think it's the 4. I'm not sure now. It's up at the studio. But I've got the Smock G Priv, another dual battery box mod. That needs to get reviewed, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, including liquids from Amatorium and a few other liquids as well. So I've got a lot to catch up on. So the next few weeks is going to be rather busy for me, just churning out the reviews as quickly as possible. You will have noticed as well, which I kind of didn't mention, but things have slowly started to change with the reviews as well. New intro. I've just completely ditched the older intros that I've been using, so it's a brand new intro. There will be, now I think I already included them. The little clips in I think I did, yeah. The little interstitials between the segments of the actual review, that's something new that I'm popping in as well. And the whole idea is to kind of speed up. Now I know I keep fucking saying this and it never fucking happens, but to speed up the review. Because again, I've been noticing over the course of the past 3 or 4 months that I've been starting to ramble a little bit, especially in the back half of the reviews, and what should be a 10 to 15 minute review turns into a 20 or 25 minute review that nobody wants to fucking watch. So the whole idea is to put the interstitials in there as a reminder, as I'm babbling away in the back half of the review, as a reminder that, hey Vic, you're trying to keep this under 15 minutes, dude. At least for a stock coil sub-ohm tank kit, like a smock kit. or the kit that, or the Q200 kit that was sent in by Lost Vape, if it's not a rebuildable, right? If it's not a rebuildable, then the review should be under 15 minutes. Because all you want is the close-up, a look at the tank, 'cause it's a stock coil tank, quick vape, what do I think of it, end the review. You don't want to see somebody babble on and on and on about a stock coil sub-ohm tank, because quite frankly all the stock coil sub-ohm tanks are the damn same these days, so what's the point in having a nice long look at a stock coil sub-ohm tank from Smok that Vaporesso's already got in their own fucking product lineup? So unless it's a rebuildable, I'm trying to keep the reviews under 15 minutes long. That's what I'm trying to do now. Rebuildables? There's no guarantee how long a rebuildable review is going to be. It depends how complex the build deck is and how complex the airflow is. What I'm aiming for, right? This is what I'm aiming for when it comes to rebuildables, whether it be rebuildable tanks or rebuildable drippers. What I'm aiming for is to keep the review under 25 minutes long. But again, there's no guarantee that that is going to happen. But for the general mainstream stuff, under 15 minutes. That's what I'm now aiming for. And I've actually got a post-it note. You've seen the setup that I've got, because I took a picture of it a few months ago. So I've got the camera sitting here, the D200, and on top of it I've got a monitor, a 7-inch Andesine monitor that plugs into the side of the DSLR. So I've got a nice big screen that I can see myself in. That's why sometimes when you see me doing the reviews, I'm glancing upwards just slightly to make sure that I'm still in focus. So on the side of that, I've got a post-it note, a yellow post-it note saying, keep the fucking reviews under 15 minutes, idiot. It literally says that on the post-it note. I stuck that on it just after I took that week off. So it's a constant reminder to keep the reviews under 15 minutes. Not that it's going to fucking matter, because I'll probably start fucking rambling again. It's one of the problems I've got. I keep rambling at the end of the reviews. I need to stop doing that. Anyway, apart from that, folks, that's basically it. That is basically it. Health issues. Nothing serious. Well, although apparently it can turn serious. Like, oh, we need to chop your leg off. But hey, I'm fucking nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. They got it early. So, yeah, health problems, and they got it early, so hopefully there's going to be some kind of treatment for it to stop the thing from getting any worse, and hopefully help the thing heal. Some of you actually noticed it at the UK Vapor Expo. 2 people actually walked up to me and said, Vic, you need to get someone to take a look at that. Because I was wearing shorts, because it was rather warm. In fact, anything over 15 Celsius is rather warm to me, right? So I was wearing shorts in the evening, and someone noticed a little problem on my left, not my right, on my left calf muscle. And 2 people walked up to me and said, Vic, you better get someone to take a look at that just in case. Turns out they were right. I was ignoring it because I was like, oh, it looks as if it's healing. Who cares? Turns out it wasn't. Yeah. I don't know. So next week, things should be back to normal. God, there's so much reviews I need to plough through as well. But next week, things should be back to normal. There will be, starting from the end of next week, I'm probably going to pop it in either Friday or Saturday, a doubled up review. And the double up review is going to be e-liquid reviews. I've got Amatorium still to do from Net. I think it was Graham Net Reality, his company. So I've got Amatorium to do. He sent me the full range, and I think it's 6 juices, either 5 or 6 juices. I don't like doing 5 or 6 juices in the one review, so I'll probably split that up into 2 videos. But I've got other liquids from a disposable company that span off their disposable flavours into a full juice line. I've got them to do as well. And I've got a third liquid company whose name completely escapes me. But I've got that to do as well. So yeah, I've got quite a number of juice reviews coming up. So I think that basically covers it, folks. Things will hopefully be back to normal starting next week. But if you do notice that things are quiet next week, then it probably means that I've been hauled back into the fucking hospital again. See, what gets me, right? This is what gets me. The NHS is all about vaping to give up smoking, vaping. But they don't let you vape. And okay, right, granted, you can't use it. Right, hold on. They don't let you vape inside. Now, if it was a little mouth to lunger like this, or a little disposable bit, no, not so much disposable, or a little pod kit where you just do this with it. The air conditioning would get rid of that in fucking no time in most hospitals, but no. Can't vape inside, so you've got to haul your ass all the way in. Fucking Crosshouse Hospital's a fucking huge hospital. You've got to haul your ass all the way out of the fucking ward, walk all the way down the long ass fucking half a mile long corridor to go out through the front entrance for about 5 or 6 quick puffs before you to try and avoid getting chased away by the security, because apparently in a lot of these Scottish hospitals you still can't vape at the entrance either. And fuck, I am not walking all the way up to the fucking main road, because I'm a lazy fucking, I can't be arsed doing that. So it's like, can't they allow you to just do mouth to lunging inside the ward? Can't they? It's not as if there's any dangers of second-hand vapour. You're not allowing you to vape inside. I mean, pubs are allowing, well, not all pubs, but pubs are allowing you to vape inside a lot of pubs these days. My local Turf, you can vape in there to your heart's content as long as you don't cloud out the entire fucking pub. Mouth to lung, basically. Can't do it in a hospital, though. Vaping rooms. That's what they need. Like they had smoking rooms inside hospitals years ago. Vaping rooms. In each ward. Just a little cupboard with a little fucking air extractor thing in the ceiling. That's what they need. Vaping rooms in hospitals. Save you walking all the way up through that half a mile long fucking corridor to get to the fucking front entrance and having to fucking walk all the way back. I just get pissed off at hospitals. Always do get pissed off at hospitals. Anyway, I think that covers it, folks. No first looks, because I haven't even looked at any of the first looks myself. I know there's about 3 packages waiting for me up at the studio that I'm going to be opening up on Monday. Before I wrap this up as well, a big thanks to all the folks on Patreon, Subscribestar and the YouTube members for their patience over the past week with nothing being posted up on the Patreon, Subscribestar or YouTube member feeds. Now you know why. Yeah, now you know why. Anyway, that is it from me, folks. As always, thanks for watching and have a good one.